Are we still like in initiative in any way, shape, or form?
Nah, you guys are.
Okay, then I'm just gonna move back up to thank you. Up here and just is he unconscious? I know he like had like a will and like fighting and everything. Is he like able to have conversation if I strike it up with him, or is that gonna ruin the curtain? Is there any way I could like gauge that?
Yeah, it seems like there's really not much communication going on through him right now.
Okay. No problem. So I wanted to see. So I will just, look at him and be like, this is good to know for me. The Hunters of Chalt are gonna have some, that's who he came from, right? From everything we were asking. This was from the Hunters of Chalt.
Correct.
Okay. So I'll just kind of, pocket that and be like, all right, so I have some questions for some people in Luskin when we get there, because who the fuck would want something that does dealings for one of the most demonic deities that we've come across? And I will, nod to Manto and be like, thank you. This is stuff we, needed to learn. And I got some bones now for that's the terrible phrasing that I could have used here. I've got some words for the Brothers of Chalt.
Well, I'm glad finally someone appreciates what I did, even though I let it out. I was able to gather information. I didn't realize me slightly lifting the curtain was going to allow it out. But yeah, no, it feels good to be appreciated for once in this fucking group.
Hey, the more we know, we're all alive, we're all in one piece, and in all honesty, I feel like that could have gone way worse.
I tried telling them.
I do think that's a good idea.
Telling you about the curtain.
All I did
We
was
definitely
lift it up.
need to figure out who gets this when we get to Luskin. I think that's a good follow-up.
Yeah, so the captain is like looking down at us, right?
Yeah, she's looking down. Got that thing all secured, right?
I give like 2 thumbs up, and then also I'm just like, by the way, been bothering me a lot. How the fuck you getting this off the ship? And then just like look to her and just be like, how does this thing move?
Forklift.
Well,
Also,
I'm certified.
what's our cut?
well, is it alive?
I think
Uh,
I'd like put my hands on top of it. Is there any like respiratory, breathing, anything like that?
Make a investigation check.
Hold on.
Well, I'm not proficient in that. Cannot help you. So sorry.
Investigation.
Oh, you don't even need
12, and I will build for success that, bring it up to 16.
Yeah, as you kind
As I'm just laying on it like the fucking Triceratops from Jurassic Park.
you can feel the smallest labored, his chest just ever so slightly lifting up and down as you put your hand down on there, and notice that there's very little life force in him, but there is something.
I think he learned his lesson, but he's barely there.
He was warned. All right. So he's here. We're all good. He's alive. And honestly, I think it's,
I don't think these ropes are going to hold him for long, so we need to have this captain get us to Luskin as quick as possible.
Captain says, as long as no one touches that curtain, as I mentioned before, we will all be fine.
Hey, listen, you can't help the people downstairs. They were playing cards. It got heated. I heard someone pound the table. Must have affected the curtain, and boom, here we are now.
You also did say that it was a reinforced mithril cage and not just the curtain that was holding it back.
Yeah.
So
he's got a point.
So,
I said that.
Really? Your super high security system to protect this super evil being is a curtain? That is the best you got, Captain?
She
really?
gestures down to the ground
Well,
now. It seems to be doing the trick, doesn't it?
Well, after we kicked its ass, knocked it unconscious, and tied it up with ropes.
well, the curtain's doing its job, but you said that the cage was reinforced.
How was I to know how strong this beast truly was? I mean, that's why we had the magic.
described the beast to me. Instead, I was horrified.
But that
with
was
giant
why we had the
snake.
magic and why I said, as long as no one touches the curtain, we should be fine. I literally said those exact words. But hey, how's my crew down there? The ones that disturbed it, apparently.
They lost.
not gonna be happy.
Oh, they
I
definitely
think
won't be
they're
doing that
fine.
anymore.
Say what?
It won't be doing that again, I'll tell you that much.
I think they had too much garlic from the sandwich.
There's a free ham sandwich down there, though.
You guys are weird. She kind of just turns around. I don't even know what to say to all of this.
Cacophony of random shit coming at her. She's like, yeah, I'm out.
Right when it's done the cleanup aisle to down there, that's all I gotta say. Just saying. The whole cleanup crew.
Oh, man. She completely walked away.
So guys, does anybody want a sandwich?
Everybody has like the same like decrepit humor, and I'm like, okay, that's.
Crick asks if we want a sandwich. I start to like sneak away for the sandwich downstairs, and I'm like, oh, right, fresh sandwich, absolutely.
Yeah, Crick, I'm not eating anything that I don't watch you make.
He's making it, and he's like scraped off a little bit of butter off of the floor from in there, and he uses that to butter the bread.
No, Crick, stop! Why do you always gotta do that?
We'll get you better butter, dude. You don't have to keep
We
doing
just have normal butter. How do you even have floor butter?
You guys have never been at the sea, have you?
What?
Bacon.
You know I haven't. No, for
I
a
am
fact
literally
I
the
haven't.
captain. I am out at sea on the reg. We never do floor butter. That is not a thing.
I look at Manto. I'm like, is this? I know you're not a sailor. Is floor butter a thing? Is this? Yes? No? I need validation on what I'm watching.
Only if you're Crick and you store it in your body.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't want anything that's either been on the floor or in your sleeves, Crick. Those are my
You guys
two
don't want
rules.
crick butter?
By
The
now,
Planks
like
already had that.
with them just kind of going back and forth with the sandwiches, I'm just like Jesus. And then I just walk downstairs to check out the guys. And was there anything like in the cage?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nope, it was, yeah,
Is there any like treasure chest down there?
just the supplies that they're transporting for their work. As this is a merchant vessel.
I would check out the supplies that they're transporting for work.
Alright. As you go investigate it, you find a bunch of supplies that they're transporting for work.
I would go upstairs and be like, the only thing that's down there is just supplies that they're transporting for work.
Like what? Do they have any butter?
Please
don't
tell
think
me there
that-
was butter.
I don't think that constitutes as supplies being transported for work, but I
Is
think
there
it
a
was
customs
transporting
report
supplies.
down
Butter
there?
salesman.
Perhaps.
That seems like a Thea thing. She might have the report of supplies that they're transporting for work.
Is there a ship manifesto down there?
No, but there
And
is
then I'd
one
say,
from
I don't know.
Tedeschi,
And then
Ted Tedinsky.
I just walk back upstairs to the main deck.
Or Kaczynski.
Lewinsky.
Wrong name.
Monica.
So, you guys leave the Bulgara here with the fabric draped over his body for the time being. Just kind of a
Do you
stepping
guys think
stone.
we should try to put him back in the cage?
Well, the cage didn't do much, so we might as well leave him in your butter.
I mean, I feel like it might be easier to transport him if he's in a cage.
That's definitely
What?
true.
If we want to leave
The
him
wind
here
can
with,
blow and the curtain goes flying. Hey, I'm a
Yeah.
Crick.
I mean, the
I feel
supplies
this
that
is
are being
the best time for us to do.
I mean, the supplies that are being transported for work are in like chests. So if we can fit them in a chest, maybe that's the best.
Are the
I would
supplies
say,
being
why do we have to
transported
do
for
it?
work have anything that we could put him in?
There's still a crew here.
Didn't see anything
I mean,
quite large enough for him.
Captains.
Damn. We might as well put him in the cage then.
All right.
The captain's crew should.
Kind of like shimmy him down to make sure the thing doesn't come off.
I was gonna say this is
Even though,
gonna
I mean,
be.
Well, I guess he's like barely breathing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we can just lug him down. If he wakes up, we can just whack him on the head.
How
Alright.
heavy is this thing?
It is
Yeah.
quite large. It's like 650, something like that.
Yeah, I would
Can I
yell
look
down
at
to
the
the captain.
flies that they're
Captain!
moving to see if
We're gonna
there's-
need a crew down here. We're gonna transport this thing back to its cage.
She yells down, well, you guys make up half of the crew currently. Everyone else has fucking died on me.
I would
We're gonna need
first,
the other half because this thing is heavy.
Half of that half is sick right now. Don't know why. We've been out on sea for months and months. Rookies.
Just look over. God damn it, Crick.
You
I
just see
would,
Crick eating a
stop.
ham sandwich at this point.
I would
Wonder why.
I would pull out my oil flask and just kind of like lube up the wood right before the stair, because we go downstairs, right?
Correct,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I would lube up like the wood like right before where he is and like the stairs going down, and I try to just like single-handedly pull him down, and hopefully like he catches onto that oil and just kind of slides right on down.
Okay. So you pour your oil out. You get it like pretty much like just down like the stairs itself, from like where he is and down the stairs. You know, it's all the contents of the flask, and you guys start to try to pull him and drag him. Who is everyone helping with this?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think we would help.
Okay.
Got the ropes and your like pulley system.
So I need everyone to roll
I actually have a
me
block and tackle.
an athletics check, please.
I'm gonna set up a block and tackle in some manner to help with this.
Okay. Let me see what that might be able to do.
What's a block and tackle?
Oh fuck yeah! You
You
said
got
athletics.
It's like
Yes,
a
please.
pulley.
Yeah, it's a pulley and cable.
Yeah, it should allow us to.
Hoist up to 4
Athletics.
times the weight you can normally.
I'm gonna do my
What would
last
the how would we pulley if we're trying to get him
Whoa.
down? Wouldn't we just pull him down?
Put it on like the side or something. I don't know. Well, the one because you would put it in the ceiling and then you would like swing him out
Nat
and then
20
lower
my
him down.
give us advantage.
I mean, there's some good rolls except for
Yeah,
Damn,
no,
too.
so we got 19, 6,
That was an
nat
20 though.
and 19. Yeah, so yeah, you guys all together, the four of you, kind of look at Rampu, who's like kind of like the biggest one in the group, but for whatever reason, having the toughest time pushing this down. And his feet keep on sliding against the butter, and he can't get like full traction. You see him kind of like running man in place as he's trying to push.
Say, God damn it, Crick, why put this fucking butt on the floor?
Dude.
Eventually, you guys all get that momentum, and he goes whoosh, sliding down the stairs like a slip and slide almost. Boom! Slams against the wall. Roll something.
Oh God, no.
Okay.
God, we killed him.
And you guys, he boom, 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 slams down the stairs and slams into the wall, and he's at the bottom of the stairs now. You guys all, I guess, follow behind and continue on.
Langston,
Pull and
do you
push.
feel for a pulse after that one?
Yeah, let me get on there.
You go ahead and give him a medicine.
Are you with
check.
me? Are you with me, spawn of Satan? Do you hear my voice in your ears? It's a 21.
21. You get the same kind of like feeling that Crick got. Not like much movement at all, but just like tiny, up and down respiratory movements of his chest.
I just give a thumbs up. I'm like, he's still with us. I just whisper in his ear, "You're never gonna be anything," and then we'll start moving it.
All right. Another athletics check from everyone, please. This is a good one on that last one. But...
Oh man, I don't think I can roll that well twice.
There you go.
Oh, it was on a 16. Why?
We got
That hurts the soul.
Eve.
Manto.
Oh. Eve. Oh.
Let's see, a 12.
Do we all have -1s? Jesus.
I have,
Strength.
I have a +1.
Rampu's got +2. So
Goodbye.
yeah, you guys continue on this dragging, and it's like you get them like 5 feet after like pulling for like 5 minutes, and you all have to stop. Exhausted. You keep on pulling and pulling, keep doing it like this. Going 5 feet every 5 minutes essentially. It takes you about an hour, and you guys are exhausted till you finally get him over to this cage. Throw the blanket over him, what's left of the cage that is, and kind of just contain him in this space, and throw the blanket over him. But after this, you guys are all like worn down, beaten up, and you all take a level of exhaustion for exerting yourselves like that for that hour, trying to pull him and get him into the spot.
Alright. I look
How
at
do
Langston. Langston,
Conditions.
you're pretty good at fixing up doohickeys. You do anything about this cage?
Yep. Sure can. I'll
Alright,
go
now.
over.
We'll take a break, but
No, I can do this first. It's fine. Let me hobble real quick. And can I move over to the cage and like as we're doing like everything, can I cast mending on any broken bars?
Sure, absolutely. As you guys get him like kind of into the space, you kind of put him on the base of the cage. You start to cast mending around it, and you watch as the bars start to, the ones that are stretched out, bent out, like you'd see like a jailbreak cartoon style. They start to reform and bend back into space, and the one that was across the room, like a magnet, flies back across and reassembles itself back into place, and formed around. It's kind of even hard for you guys to see because you have the blanket over top of it while this is all happening to keep the beast at bay. And you reform that cage with your mending spell, and you have him what you think is pretty damn secured for the time being.
Okay. No more playing cards near this guy. He's gonna stay in this cage. Who's hungry? Did we ever eat? I think we did this before eating, didn't we? Minus Crick. I saw you help yourself to a ham sandwich.
every time I've been about to eat anything, Crick does something really gross with food. I don't feel like eating it, so you finally get something to eat. Starving.
I'm with it.
I
will have
Make
lunch.
us something without making it disgusting at the last second, please.
Rampu,
All of the food I have served you has been great.
It has been tasty.
You almost killed half the crew.
Rampu, you know,
But you weren't that half.
that Jake has not come down here with you guys, and I'm not quite sure where he is for the time, or what he's up to.
God damn it. He hates floor butter too. We're gonna look for him. Jake!
He started calling out for him, walk up the stairs. Do you guys all follow him upstairs?
Yeah.
Alright.
I would
Follow.
sit down here.
You gonna keep watch?
Yeah, more or less.
All right, we'll leave you to it.
Okay. You guys follow up the stairs behind Rampu as you're calling out for Jake.
Look at
Yeah,
Jake!
keep on calling and calling and don't seem to see him or get a response initially. He was just standing right here. As you walk by the kitchen, you notice Jake inside of there with a plate stacked high of sandwiches and just going to town on them.
Ah, no, Jake, what are you doing? Don't eat those.
He turns around, licks his lip as he's just slopping with it looks like shoe leather just collapsed out of his mouth, and he goes back to the pile over there and starts chomping away at them all.
He has good taste, I say to Langston.
I guess
brother,
technically can't get sick. Jeez. Fine. Better you than me, buddy. Enjoy. Just let me.
He goes and bites on another one, tosses it into the air, and opens his gullet as it just completely falls into his mouth, and he eats it in one bite, licks his lips once again, and then it turns around at you, starts nodding his head in approval at it.
I'm just like, ah!
Hey, you know what? He appreciates them. Let him do his thing. Greg, could you make more?
I just start making sandwiches and feeding them
Not
directly
for
to
butter.
Jake. It's just like, "Do, do, do. Here you go, buddy."
At one point, you notice that as you're about to try to spread some butter on the bread, that there's no butter on the knife right now, and you look around and you notice that Jake is just taking his long tongue and stretched out towards the knife and scooped that off and has been eating that now. And he just turns to you with his open gullet now, like, you can just make the sandwich in here if you want to.
Dabbing it on his tongue.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess I have to refill the
Not a
butter,
bad idea.
and I go out to the pool of butter on the floor.
No! Greg! Come on!
That is not usable butter.
Damn it, Greg.
It's not multi-use butter.
Okay. I go back and I make some clean sandwiches.
We have to have some other condiments other than butter, dude. We surely have to expand the palate.
I make some ketchup and banana sandwiches.
Why?
You know, being a dragon, actually not too bad. And I just like, yeah.
Crick is just forever a kid. He just has the palate of a child.
I'll take it, Craig.
Yeah, Crick makes some more sandwiches for you guys as Jake kind of like, after a while, you see him waddling away from the kitchen. Like, he's had a little bit too much. Looks up at you, Rampu, with this, like, kind of very dour puppy dog eyes.
You made too many sandwiches, didn't you? And I just point up to the water. I didn't know you could blow chunks, but if you're gonna spew, I pull out this tiny little cup. Spew into this. No, but seriously, go over the water. Don't get any chunks in here.
In your mind, he says, "If only we had some brown M&Ms. Those are my favorites." A whole jar full of brown M&Ms would do the trick right now. He kind of just waddles away, very like how Iggy waddles, my dog Iggy, and finds himself a corner to tuck into. And Langston, do you do anything while this is all going on up here, or while you're up here too?
What can you tell me? Like, I know it took us like an hour to do all that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, what time of day is it at the moment? Is it like noonish, like 1?
It's late afternoon, pre-happy hour.
Pre-happy hour? Alright, I think I might just be helping with the sandwiches, and then I will, the whole time I am pondering in my head, like, there's a lot of, like, deep thought about the, like, Hunters of Chult, everything, with this, like, what they were transporting, like, what could they possibly want with something, are they affiliated? I know they kind of told us about the Hunters of Chult. Could I do, like, any type of history check in this moment, just to, like, have I heard them in passing when we were, in, like, Neverwinter or anything like that?
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check.
I guess I don't know if it would help me at all, but just curious.
Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing, actually. That's a good thought.
Okay.
12?
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check as well.
Oh, yeah, 18.
Good for you, dude.
Nice. Yeah,
Negative
Chalt being like an island, it would make sense that you'd be quite knowing of the lands there as well and about it. But yeah, altogether, like, you know, as Thea was mentioning, Chult is a very strange place. All sorts of monsters and beings there. Things as savage as beasts or massive as dinosaurs, and there's even like, you know, debilitating diseases and terrible things like that there. The hunters themselves are primarily known for their expertise in navigating the perilous jungles of Chult, and they can be either adventurers or explorers or merchants, or in these kinds of situations, it's like they're trappers and merchants in that kind of capacity, where they found this demon, this beast in Chult, and saw gold in their eyes, lining their pockets, potential if they were able to get this into the right hands, and I guess you would probably know that with that as well, that people like the Arcane Brotherhood, of course, would utilize this deep knowledge and this kind of very rare things to occur to try to harness any sort of knowledge or powers potentially from it themselves.
That makes sense.
And there's, a lot of them have to deal with undead that roam those lands as well, but it's not really, it's not like a part of like trade really or anything like that.
So basically, as Langston's talking about it, I would kind of tell them everything I know.
Okay.
Just told them.
And I appreciate that. I rescind my beef with the Hunters of Chult. It is now going to be some interrogation for the Arcane Brotherhood. I had this whole thing mixed up in my noggin. That is a my bad from Langston.
Well, it seems like money makes the world go around, so money may be reason for a lot of what's going on.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do think that is the world we live in, but let's just do what we can to see the rest of this journey through, at least till we can touch land in Luskin.
Amen.
The holy man!
And with that, as Manto downstairs, hanging out here, what would you like to do in this moment?
Yeah, so I imagine I'm just kind of like laying down next to the cage, just like drawing like with my finger in the wood, like whatever like that comes to my imagination. And I'm just like, so like I said, we could kill you if we wanted to. As I'm like speaking to this gorilla or whatever the fuck he is.
Hey, you kind of reach out to his mind and try to make a connection like that, and you kind of just get this void of darkness, and in your mind you start to even hear like what sounds like trickling kind of sound. It starts slow, like droplets, and then it begins to pick up as a stream. And you just hear, as a stream continues on, creates like this flood in your mind. You hear this demonic laugh, and it doesn't sound like how this being's laugh or demeanor sounded like at all. Yeah, it sounds a lot stronger, more evil, maniacal, and you hear, "I will be the last creature when I am done."
Yep, just keep telling yourself that, buddy. You know, I tried to give you a chance.
You say that, and seems to be no response, no feedback from that. You just get this sensation of something foul and hideous stirring within your mind.
Well, have fun being poked and prodded and tested by the Arcane Brotherhood, where you're destined to foresee the rest of your crummy life.
As you say that, still the body lays there with no response, and that darkness kind of pulls away from you in your mind, and whatever connection you had between you and this beast seems to be severed and lost.
Would I take that as it being killed?
No, you would even take it as, like I mentioned, the voice and the kind of labored maniacal laugh that you heard. Not sound of this beast itself. It sounded as if something was speaking through it. And that connection that you had seemed to be to that beast itself.
Would I be able to connect that it was, I guess, Orcus speaking through, using that as like a
conduit?
Yeah, kinda.
Make a religion check.
Oh god. I'm an atheist. Hold on.
Me and you both.
13.
13.
That's not bad.
Good.
With the surrounding knowledge that you've been given in this last hour or two, since learning about this beast and speaking with it, you can't say for certain if that was Orcus or not, but there's an inkling inside you that feels as though it was something omnipresent, powerful, and strong as a demon lord could possibly be.
Well, this is fun. We should kick your ass again soon, hopefully. I imagine the Stormbreakers. This won't be the last time we deal with your shitty ass. And then I just walk away because I know that the connection's been severed. So I'm pretty much just talking to myself at this point.
Yeah.
Just kind of my own words of affirmation.
We love self-hype.
It's like when someone gets hung up on, but they don't want to pretend, you know. Yeah, and another thing, asshole.
As you walk away from this scene, bodies and blood strewn across the ground down here, leaving the scene, and this fiend beyond this black tapestry that seems to bind it and hold it in its docile state. You guys continue on traveling through the day, as it's only been a couple hours since we started this day, and we will pick it up here the next time we get together as you guys continue on your travels on the second day to Luskin, with still just another less than a full day of travel left now at this point.
Woo!
Oh, holy shit. That was fun. I've always wanted to do this a Balgura kind of fight and thing, and these guys are terrifying demons. And
we were never concerned.
What's up?
We were never concerned.
Good.
Langston was briefly. Langston rounded the corner and saw it and was like, "What?"
The two crew members of the ship who got pummeled in one hit, they might feel
Right.
otherwise. Regardless, that was a great game, guys. Way to survive that. Yeah. Get some Miles Davis in there. We will catch you guys. What we'll do Sunday this week, right? Probably not a short. I don't think I can do a short one this week.
I can do a shorty this week.
I think I got too crazy of
Okay.
a work week. I got some crazy deadlines.
All right.
Let's do Sunday
Alright.
then. We'll catch you guys next week. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you all for playing. Catch you next time, and look out for those goblins under the stairs. Take it easy.
Good night, y'all.
Great. Talk to you.